yourself. I like that. When guys are competing and you know they're loving the moment, you're probably going to be okay.
Was that a big step forward with your bullpen? Because it seemed like command was a point of focus yesterday. There were a lot fewer walks, especially out of the relievers.
Oscar has been just trying to figure out ways to pound that home because it's just too easy to go, hey, throw strikes. They're trying to throw strikes. We're asking guys to do some things in situations they've never done at the major league level. So you try to figure out, how do we get better? Even if it's incrementally, how do we get better? And I know when I listen to him in the meetings, there's some thought behind it, and I really think it's good.
Looking at today's game, we know that Brady Singer has had his struggles. You bring up Chase Petty today, so he's available in the bullpen. How do you envision the dynamic working with Petty, and how would you see using him? Obviously in a long role, but do you have to give him a little extra notice if you're thinking about bringing him in?
We would definitely do that, in fairness to him, and I would not bring him in a middle of an inning. That's not fair. We have Ferguson or somebody we would bridge and then get to him. I just think you're trying to win every game you can, but you're also trying to keep your bullpen from being so overtaxed that they don't have a chance to be good.
It's the rubber match, Reds and Padres. That's Reds manager Terry Francona. Final game of the 3-game set comes your way shortly here on the Reds Radio Network.
Outings, the command for those two pitches has not been where it had been earlier in the season, and that's why he's got a 7.47 earned run average over those last three starts. So hopefully Michael King can get himself back on track today and go back up in the positive direction on that roller coaster ride, Jess.
On the other side, it'd be Brady Singer, the former Royal, pitching for Cincinnati. He's not in good form either, an ERA near 7 over the course of his last 6 starts. Only one guy in all of baseball has given up more home runs this year than Singer. We'll see if the Padres can take advantage. That is the setup here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon downtown. We'll take a break, come back. Scans has the starting lineups for you when we return on the Padres Radio Network.
Padres are coming up next on the Reds Radio Network.
This is Cincinnati Reds baseball.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds baseball is brought to you by AAA. At home or on the road, we've got you covered. Bar S Foods, quality meats that are just right. From hot dogs and sausage to deli meats and more, Bar S is just right. Western and Southern Financial Group, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Tri-Health, the official healthcare provider for the Cincinnati Reds. Kroger, fresh for everyone. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds. Reds baseball is also brought to you by the Reds Radio Network.
shockingly, it's another picture-perfect day for baseball here in San Diego. Not a cloud in sight. Very comfortable. Reds and Padres ready to wrap things up. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. As always, they are presented to you by St. Elizabeth Healthcare and the Young Family Cancer Center, regional leader in cancer care. Start your cancer game plan today at stelizabeth.com/Reds. We begin with Terry Francona's visiting Redlegs. The Reds winning last night in 11 thrilling innings, snapping the 5-game losing streak. However, they've still lost 9 of 12. Reds just 2 games under 500, leading off with the shortstop, Matt McClain. Batting second, the left fielder, J.J. Blade. Sal Stewart's at third base, hitting third. Batting fourth, the second baseman, Spencer Steer. Nathaniel Lowe will play first base and hit fifth. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez. Dane Myers in center field, hitting seventh. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Noelvi Marte, and the catcher, P.J. Higgins, hits ninth. Brady Singer will start on the mound for the Reds. Again, McClain, Blade, Stewart, Steer, Lowe, Suarez, Myers, Marte, and Higgins. Singer pitching. Now for Craig Stammen's San Diego Padres. They've lost 12 of 15 and 14 of 19. They're a couple games over 500, though. Leading off, the second baseman, Fernando Tatis Jr. Hitting second, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Manny Machado will play third base and hit third. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. Will Wagner's the DH, hitting fifth. Batting sixth, Samad Taylor, the left fielder. In right field, hitting seventh, Bryce Johnson. Rodolfo Duran is the catcher, hitting eighth, and batting ninth, Sungmoon Song. The shortstop, Michael King, starting on the mound for San Diego. Again, Tatis, Merrill, Machado. Sheets, Wagner, Taylor, Johnson, Duran, and Song. King pitching. Pleased as always to be joined by Chris Welsh. I'm Tommy Thraw. Great to be with you this afternoon here in San Diego. And Chris, really good to see the Reds get that win yesterday. They can put the losing streak behind them. The problem with that game yesterday is, and both teams are kind of in the same boat, they used a lot of pitchers.
Well, they did use a lot of pitchers, and I think this is what managers really worry about when they have a game where your starter only goes 5 innings, and now you've got to go into extra innings one night and then a long game the next night. And what you're looking at today is 2 starters that know what they've got to do, which is take their team late into a ball game, hopefully 5 or 6 innings at the very minimum. And Michael King is a guy that has done that a lot. In fact, he's gone at least 5 innings in 12 of his last 13 starts. So he's a guy that, he's capable of doing that. If you're a Reds hitter, look for the fastball changeup combination. He loves to use that changeup.
It's the Reds and Padres. Hope you enjoy it. Let's play. First pitch on the way to Matt McClain, and it's in there for a called strike. First pitch presented by Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. McClain, 3 stolen bases last night. He was hitless in that ball game. The pitch to McClain. He swings and sends a fly ball to left center field. Falling quickly, but it'll hang up enough for Samad Taylor to come running in and make the catch from left. So McClain in the leadoff spot today, flying out to left field after really hitting down in the Reds' order for quite a while now, but flies out to left, and now J.J. Blade will be the batter. Blade, 1 for 6 last night. Run scored. Pitch to him is fouled back. 0-1 on Blade, 269, 10 home runs, 28 driven in. He has hits in 9 of his last 11 games. 12 for 47 over that stretch with 6 extra base hits. Here's the pitch to him. And he swings and sends this in the air to left field. Out goes the shortstop, Song. The left fielder in. It'll be Song making the reaching catch back toward the left field corner, out from short. And now 2 are gone for Sal Stewart, last night's hero. He belted the 2-run home run to the right side of the center field batter's eye. In the 11th inning, it was the 2-run blast that lifted the Reds over the Padres in 11 innings. Right-hander against right-hander. Sal has really not hit very well in his career. Small sample against the Padres so far. Big swing and a miss in the first pitch here. The count is 0-1 on Sal Stewart. He's just 3 for 16 against the Padres in 5 games against them. Now, 2 of those 3 hits have been homers, and he was the hero last night. The pitch inside, the count is even 1-1, so you kind of like the results. Just not a lot of them. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander into his windup and the 1-1. And a ground ball hit to third. Backhanded by Machado. Long throw across to first in time to get Stewart. So Stewart grounds out to Manny Machado, and the inning is over. It's the Reds and Padres. Scoreless, middle of the first inning in San Diego on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
Save big on your next painting project now at Menards. From your kitchen and bath to doors and trim and even your ceilings. Menards carries the Dutch Boy paints you need for your next painting project. Dutch Boy's Durafighter is a tough paint and primer that provides great scrub resistance and durability. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help bring your dreams to life, 1 gallon at a time. Stop by your local Menards today.
Save big money at Menards.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way. The JTM way. With passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
With 60 nonstop destinations, CVG will get you from the dugout to your destination in no time. Make CVG your MVP for travel convenience. Visit CVGAirport.com for more information. CVG Airport, connecting you to home runs.
Padres here in the first inning. Brady Singer goes to work. First pitch to Tatis is a strike on the outside corner at the knees. The count is 0-1. Brady Singer is certainly due for a victory. Right-hander's been struggling. First pitch, or the 0-1 pitch to Tatis in there for a called strike. The last time that the Reds won one of Brady Singer's starts, it was a game in which he got the win. That was against Detroit back on April the 25th. The pitch is down and away. Since that time, the Reds have lost each of his last 6 starts. Singer back into his windup with a 1-2. And Tatis takes strike 3 called. Good fastball from Brady Singer. Froze Tatis. He's down on strikes, and there's 1 gone here in the first inning.
You know, Brady has that kind of delivery that he speeds it up in the middle of his full windup, and the ball kind of jumps on the hitter a little bit. Now, you see that a lot where he's able to sneak it by the hitters. Maybe not so much from the stretch.
Now he deals with Jackson Merrill, swung on, and this is fouled back to the left. The count is 0-1. You got to believe one of the keys for Brady Singer today, Chris, is going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Well, in order to do that, you have to keep the ball down. The one area where he has been giving up a lot of hits is high fastballs, which is a really trendy pitch. But, you know, he's only averaging about 91 miles per hour on that heater, so that's a dangerous place to live.
Cutter misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike on Merrill. Now the pitch is grounded down the steps of the Padre first base dugout. The ball and 2 strikes on Merrill.
You know, Singer's bread and butter, and it always has been that slider down and into right-handers, down and away to righties.
Left-handed hitter at the plate, and Merrill swings and sends it down the line and right, but he's going to yank it foul into the seats.
Yeah, I may have said that wrong. It's down and into left-handers, and it's down and away to right-handers. That pitch right there, a perfect example.
The ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Merrill. Singer back home with it. And the pitch misses up and away. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Singer has allowed a home run in each of his last 7 starts. Got off to a good start. In fact, the Reds won 5 of his first 6 outings. The pitch is called a ball. And, boy, P.J. Higgins was popping out from behind home plate to throw that ball around thinking it was strike 3. It was called a ball. Doesn't challenge, which he's pretty good at challenging pitches. Didn't challenge that one, though. And now a line drive base hit right by the third baseman, Sal Stewart. So that's into left field. A base hit for Jackson Merrill, and the Padres have a base runner. One on with one out, and now Manny Machado. Last night, Machado was 2 for 5, doubling an RBI, but the big at bat when he struck out with the bases loaded in the 9th inning. Sam Law got back-to-back strikeouts, forcing extra innings. Well, the Padres were threatening late. Strike on the outside corner to Machado. There were a lot of really thrilling moments in that game, and part of the reason was both teams struggled to hit with runners in scoring position. Picked to first, runner back.
But they had their opportunities.
They had plenty. The two teams combined to go just 7 for 37 with runners in scoring position last night. They combined to leave 27 men on base. The 0-1 pitch, and Machado takes down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike on Machado.
Machado, is struggling, but he really struggles against breaking balls from right-handers. In fact, he's one of the worst hitters in the league this year when a right-hander gets a breaking ball over.
Singer, the pause of the belt. Runner stays first, and Machado hits a bullet over Sal at third and down the left field line into the corner. On his way to third, Merrill, he's getting waved around. Here comes the relay throw back in, off the glove of McLean. No play at the plate, and Machado gets it done. An RBI double into the left field corner for Manny Machado has the Padres up 1-0 here in the first inning.
Well, that wasn't a slider. It was a high fastball that was on the inner part of the plate, and I think that Brady Singer's plan was to throw that pitch first and then go back and get Machado down and away. Sometimes if you don't execute the fastball, you never get to the slider.
That was about thigh high. It was in off the plate, but Machado turned on it and kept it fair down the line. Now Gavin Sheets. Singer throws, and Sheets takes a slider in for a strike. 0-1 on Gavin Sheets. This is a struggling hitter right now. He had the big hit on Monday night, but was 0 for 5 and punched out 3 times last night. He did score a run. Singer brings it home. The pitch to Sheets is just off the outside corner. Fastball low, and the count is even 1 ball, 1 strike. That one he wants to challenge. And it was a strike.
Calls overturned, it is a strike.
Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief and home plate umpire today. Mike Estabrooks at first, Lance Barrett at second base, and Malachi Moore is at third. 0-2 on Gavin Sheets. 0-2 pitch. Swung on to the air left field. Right at J.J. Bleday. He will back up a couple of paces and make the catch with ease, and Machado stays at second, now 2 outs. Padres have an early 1-0 lead here in the first inning this afternoon in San Diego. Will Wagner comes to the plate now. Wagner's on this team. Got brought up when they put Xander Bogaerts on the paternity list. So Xander's out for a few days. Just went on that list yesterday. Wagner was 1 for 2 of the walk yesterday. Takes a first pitch fastball. And it's called a ball. Really surprised Higgins didn't challenge that. Now the 1-0. And it's a strike on the inside corner. Fastball sinking to the inside edge. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-handed hitter in Wagner. Son of Hall of Fame closer Billy Wagner. 1-1 pitch, and this is lifted in the air, short left field. It's going to be a tough play, falling quickly, and it's down for a base hit in front of J.J. Bleday. They'll wave around Machado, throw to the plate. Got him! Great throw from Bleday, right on the money to P.J. Higgins, and Machado ends up sliding right into the tag. So he is thrown out trying to score from second on a 2-out bloop single to left, and the Padres settle for just 1 first-inning run. We go to the second inning. San Diego with a 1-0 lead on the Reds Radio Network. Reds come to bat here in the second inning. 1-0 in favor of the Padres. Spencer Steer gets it started for the Redlegs here in the second. Steer's scuffling a little bit right now. First pitch is in there for a strike. He had a tough night last night. He was 0 for 6 and struck out 3 times. He did score a run. He was the ghost runner and scored a run late in extra innings yesterday, but never did reach base. Pitch off the inside corner. In fact, since Steer snapped his 7-game hit streak, he's gone 0 for 16 in his last 5. Striking out more than he's walking over that stretch, which is not something he was doing over his lengthy on-base streak. Steer swings and misses. A pitch up and away. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Spencer Steer. I mean, it was there for about a 5-6 week stretch where you could pencil in Spencer Steer for a hit or two a day. Pitch. He takes a fastball high, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
You know, you go through those stretches where it seems like the game comes to you and you're ready for it, and then when it's not going for you, you start spreading your strike zone big, chasing pitches you don't normally do.
2-2 goes out, reaches for that one, pops it into the air to right field. There's Bryce Johnson coming on from right to make the catch, and there's one gone here in the second inning. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. With one out, the batter's Nathaniel Lowe. Lowe hitting .250 with 9 home runs and 25 knocked in. He watches a first pitch slider over the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1 on Nathaniel Lowe. Left-handed hitter waiting the pitch, and Lowe takes off the outside corner. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One to nothing, San Diego. Now this is the type of day where the ball will travel a little bit. The 1-1. And Lowe hits a line drive over the left side of the infield. A base hit for Nathaniel Lowe. Opposite field, 1-out single for Lowe to get the Reds' second inning going.
You know, it's really remarkable how consistent Nathaniel Lowe is when it comes to the style of hitting. He always likes to hit the fastball the other way and pull the breaking ball, and that's exactly what he did right there. He got a 94-mile-an-hour heater in on the hands, and he just kind of inside-outs it into left field.
Eugenio Suarez at the plate. He had a big 10th-inning double that drove home the Reds' run in the first extra inning. He swings and fouls it back for strike 1. He went into that at bat having gone 3 for his last 40 with 18 strikeouts over that span. Then came up with a big double, put the Reds on top of the moment. Padres would answer in that 10th inning. And now he swings and lines one in the hole at short, but caught by Song, moving to his right. Lowe quickly scrambles back to first. 2 gone here in the second. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Dane Myers comes to the plate. He had a pinch hit single last night. Ended up with a stolen base. He ended up getting 3 at-bats, was 1 for 3. 269, 3 home runs, 12 driven in his season numbers. Right-hander King delivers, and it's swung on and fouled back. The Padres have lost each of Michael King's last 3 starts. He's pitching to almost a 7.5 ERA over that stretch, having given up 13 earned over 15 and 2/3 innings pitched.
He's had a little trouble with the long ball himself.
King brings it home. Myers pulls on the ground, foul. Third base side. Well, as I mentioned, this is the type of day where the ball might have a little more carry. It's a warm, sunny afternoon. In fact, today's TimStar game time temperature, 74 degrees. Get complete home comfort with a TimStar heating and cooling system. Find your local TimStar dealer at timstar.com. As we've talked about and we discussed last night, especially became a factor late in that game, when it gets dark here, swinging a little soft roller right up the third base line. Quickly to it, the catcher, bare hand, spins and throws in time. Wow. I don't know how Duran just made that play, but he made a spectacular play to get the speedy Dane Myers at first base. A little slow dribbler just rolling right along the line. Looked like it was going to stay fair. He picked it up with the bare hand and made a spin throw right on the money to get Myers. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Padres on the Reds Radio Network.
Some of the most interesting conversations and important questions about the present and future can happen around the dinner table with the ones you love. For answers you can trust, rest assured Western & Southern's family of companies is always here, enabling you to cherish every moment, big and small, so you can live the life you want to live for generations. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Hot dogs! Get your bar ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at championsafenow.com.
Brady Singer pours in a first pitch strike to Samad Taylor, now the 0-1. And it's down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0. Padres have the lead. Bottom of the second inning here in San Diego. Taylor was brought up to replace the designated for assignment and release Nick Castellanos. Swung on, fouled back, and he's kind of been a bright spot since he's come up here. He's hit safely and 3 straight, 3 for 7, double, 4 RBIs. He had 2 hits yesterday. Singer into his windup, brings it home, and the pitch to Taylor is in on the knuckles and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Samad Taylor. So he's done a nice job for the Padres in the limited sample. They've got a few guys that they've brought up from AAA El Paso that have been spark plugs for this team. Guys that hustle. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him with a breaking ball, and Taylor's down on strikes. So there's 1 gone here in the second. That'll bring Bryce Johnson to the plate. It was 0 for 2 last night, but Johnson has been up a limited sample. 8 for 42. He's only hitting 190 as he's joined the team. Look at today's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. First pitch to Johnson, big cut and a miss, and counts 0-1 on Bryce Johnson. It's been Reds Padres trivia this series. Who is the only pitcher in Reds history to have a 21 season with the Reds who also pitched for the Padres during his career? 1 ball, 1 strike on Bryce Johnson. Singer back into his windup. He throws, swung on, fouled away to the left side. Did you ever win 20 games?
I did. It just took me 5 years to do it.
A, Danny Jackson, B, Fred Norman, or C, Edinson Volquez? 1-2 pitch. In the air. Left field. Here comes J.J. Bleday to make the catch, and 2 men are gone in the second.
I don't know if Edinson Volquez ever won 20 games for the Reds. I do believe that Danny Jackson did.
Did he play for the Padres?
Pretty sure he did play. I think they all played for the Padres at one time. This is a tough question. And Fred Norman maybe too. I don't think Freddie won 20.
Really? Fred was going to be my guess.
Yeah.
Pitch to Duran is in there for a strike. Rodolfo Duran made that great barehanded play on the slow swinging bunt roller up the third base line that into the last play. I mean, he pounced on it. Pretty good defensive catcher. Lifetime minor leaguer. He takes a strike on a breaking ball from Singer. The count is 0-2. Singer trying for a quick inning here in the second. Here he comes with the 0-2. Ground ball rolled softly left side. Charging is McLean. Fields and throws in time. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Brady Singer in the second. Chris will have it when we come back in the third. Up 1-0 on the Reds Radio Network.
Welcome back to Petco Park in a beautiful summer Saturday, or no, what is this? Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday, yeah.
Seems like Saturday every day in San Diego. And it is a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Padres. And Noelvi Marte takes the first pitch from Michael King, just a little bit outside for ball one. King pitches from the full windup, big guy, 6'3", 215 pounds, and he misses outside, ball two. Marte not getting really the kind of playing time that he thought he might get once recalled from Louisville. Right-handed hitter holds the bat very high, kind of twirls the bat a little bit. And right down the middle, that 2-0 pitch that's a strike. King peers over his glove and coming to the plate. There's a strike on the inside corner. Marte had a good look at it, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Really, the off-speed stuff is what you look for from Michael King when you get deeper into the count. Fastball average is about 94, but he's got exceptional changeup and a good sweeper. And the 2-2 is a breaking ball popped up in the infield. Actually, it's going to be caught by the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, in very shallow center field. And 1 up, 1 down for the Reds in the top of the third inning. And now the number 9 hitter, the catcher, P.J. Higgins. Higgins getting a start today, giving Tyler Stevenson the day game off. It'll be doubled up with an off day tomorrow. And a pitch just on the outside corner, a little sweeping slider that he throws out there, and that's a first pitch strike. King was a free agent. They signed him to a 3-year deal starting this year. And pitches inside off the plate. fact, they owe Michael King a lot of money over the next couple of years. I think they're paying him about $12 million this year, $28 next, and then $30 the year after. Inside ball 2, 2-1.
They owe a lot of guys a lot of money around here for a lot of years.
They spend it here. Cost of living in California, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, rent's pretty high out here.
And the 2-1 to Marte is swung on and fouled back. Had a good cut, but just got a little bit underneath it. King's been around. He's got an 8-year veteran record. His record overall is 1 game over 500, 35 wins, 34 losses. Spent the first 5 years of his career with the Yankees. And the right-hander deals and chopped at the plate. That's going to roll foul down the first baseline. He has never been a huge winner as far as putting wins on the board. He did have a 13-9 season his first year with the Padres, with a really good earned run average under 3, but he was unable to duplicate that last year. And this year he's right around his career average of 3.4 in the earned runs. Today, King makes his 78th Major League start. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Noelvi Marte waits, and it's a little bit off the plate, and we're going full. King, kind of an old-fashioned delivery, facing the batter, lifting his right leg, and there he goes, and it's a one-hopper backhanded. Nice play by Fernando Tatis. And he comes up with a workable throw at first base to retire P.J. Higgins. Boy, Higgins scalded that ball on one hop, kind of short hop the second baseman Tatis, but Fernando made a nice play.
Pretty good defender over there at second base. Doesn't matter where you put him. Right field, he's been outstanding. He's got a couple of platinum gloves. Of course, he was a good shortstop. Awfully good second baseman, too, as it turns out.
And now Matt McClain swings at the first pitch and pops it up in the infield. Foul territory. Manny Machado puts it away, and just like that, Michael King, a 3-back inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Reds up on the Padres, 1-0 on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game. And if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Your business is molded by your industry, and your advisors should be too. At Dean Dorton, we take an industry-first approach, building teams of specialists who understand your field inside and out. That means guidance that's informed, relevant, and practical insight you won't get from the standard firm. No second guessing, no we'll get back to you. Just clear, high-level advice from professionals who work in your industry every day. Learn more at deandorton.com/Reds. That's deandorton.com/Reds.
Hey, Reds fans! United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Klosterman Baking Company is hiring. Get on-the-job training, excellent benefits, 401k, and more. Visit klostermanbakery.com/careers. Klosterman Bakery, where family values are baked right in.
Long is coming to the plate, left-handed infielder. Padres added this international player this year, and they signed him to a big-time contract. And a pitch just in off the plate from Singer is ball 1. 4-year, $15 million contract. And he takes it a little bit low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Singer, as usual, works fast. Gets the ball back, and he is ready to go. And the 2-0 is right there on the outside corner, strike 1. left-handed hitting Song awaits, and Singer rocking quickly and coming to the plate down and in. Oh, down and in on the corner. And that'll be a 2-ball and 2-strike count. Singer is one of those pitchers that he does wear one of those PitchCom devices, so he's calling pitches along with P.J. Higgins. Singer quickly coming to the plate, swung on, that's on the ground. Should be an easy play for the second baseman Steer. Fields throws, 1 down in the inning. And now the top of the order will be Fernando Tatis. Tatis at one time was a feared slugger in this league, but the power's not been there this year, and he fouls the first pitch straight back.
Yeah, you look at his slugging numbers this year compared to his career numbers, it's staggering.
Yeah.
He's slugging over 160 points less than he did for his career.
Oh, that one up and in, but it looks like it caught the bat, and it'll be a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. That is about the luckiest kind of pitch a pitcher can get. You throw the ball up and in, you kind of knock the batter back, and he can't get out of the way, or at least his bat can't get out of the way in enough time, and he ends up with being charged with a strike. So it's no balls and 2 strikes for Singer against Tatis. Breaking ball away, ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tatis now 27 years old. And the pitch by Singer is swung on. It's right up the middle over the mound and fielded by the second baseman, Spencer Steer. He was positioned right there. Had a couple of ground balls to the second baseman, Steer, and there were 2 out in the inning.
Chris, do you know what it was that every time a ball went into the dirt that they started changing them out?
No.
I mean, you guys pretty much played with the same ball until it was out of play, right?
Correct, yeah. Singer now to Jackson Merrill, and he misses upstairs, ball 1.
I mean, I feel like it's been a while now, but last 15 years or so.
I don't know if it's been that long. Up and in, it's ball 2.
So you think even less? But every time, even a ground ball.
I do remember that they were very stingy with baseballs way back in the day. The baseball teams were. That even during batting practice, we were not allowed to give them away. That misses upstairs is 3-0. So I was in San Diego one day, and I threw a ball up in the stands, and I got warned, don't do that. And the next day I did it again because I felt like that person needed a baseball. The 3-0 is right there, 3-1. And I had a receipt sitting on my stool. We didn't have chairs at those days. We had wooden stools, and they wanted $5 from me. Swung on, foul back, and it happened right here in San Diego.
Wow. So you had to pay $5 for the baseball that you tossed up in
Well, I never did pay it, but I got the message.
Wow.
3 balls, 2 strikes as Jackson Merrill fouls that one off.
Might be an outstanding warrant. $5 with interest.
Swung on. Merrill hits it well, left field. There goes the left fielder, Blade, onto the track, and he pulls it in to make the inning. A 1-2-3, very easy third for Brady Singer and the Reds. We go to the 4th. Back to Tommy with the play-by-play right after this. 1-0 Padres on the Reds Radio Network.
Hey guys, Hunter Green here with a health tip.
Reds are still down 1-0 as they bat here in the fourth inning. J.J. Bleday gets it started against the right-hander Michael King. His first pitch to Bleday is off the outside corner. The count is 1-0. Bleday popped out to the shortstop in shallow left field his first time up. Waits on Michael King, who's home now with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss and a changeup. Last time out for King, gave up 4 runs across 6 innings in a 5-0 Padre loss to the Mets. Here's his 1-1. And Bleday takes off the inside corner. Fastball too tight. Count tips in his favor now. 2 balls and a strike. They play him to pull in the infield. Tatis way over in the hole on the right side. Shortstop Song all the way up the middle. And now Bleday yanks a line drive into the seats down the right field line foul. 2-2. Little bit out in front of that changeup. He roped it, but just a tad ahead of it. Bleday 1 for 6 last night with a run scored. Waiting on King, and now here he is with a 2-2. Tried the outside corner with a fastball, but missed away. One of the things that's been plaguing Michael King, he was a guy that would attack the strike zone right away to hitters last year. He has been behind more hitters than he's been ahead of this year. The pitch up and in, and that's ball 4. Down to first, J.J. Bleday, and he will reach with a leadoff walk in the 4th. First time today that the Reds have had their leadoff man on, only the second base runner of the game.
Well, that is especially a problem when you're a changeup pitcher, because in order to make the changeup effective, you've got to throw the fastball first. Actually, back-to-back games now, the Reds are facing pitchers that their best pitch is a changeup. Same for Giolito last night.
King to the plate. And the first pitch is high for ball 1 to Sal Stewart. He grounded to his buddy Manny Machado his last time up. Bleday leading at first, and he'll draw a throw from King, and he's back in safely. Rodolfo Duran behind the plate, I mentioned earlier, pretty good defensive catcher. That's what he's known for. He has thrown out 6 of the 15 runners that have tried to take off against him so far. Bleday not about to challenge him here as the pitch misses up and away and makes it a 2-0 count on Sal Stewart. The Reds were running at will last night. Season high 7 stolen bases. They were 7 for 7 in steal tries. Of course, McClain had 3 of them. 2-0 pitch. In the dirt outside and by the catcher Duran and to the backstop. That'll allow Bleday to move up 90 feet, and it's 3-0 on Sal Stewart. A very wild pitch from Michael King. You know, we were talking yesterday, do you give the hitter the green light? 3-0, Sal, a young hitter. Do you think he has the green light here? He's one of the team's best hitters. He is swinging away, and he rolls over to the shortstop. Song up with it, and he'll make the play in time to first to get Stewart. 1 gone in the 4th.
Well, my quick answer to that would be I give Sal Stewart the green light anytime he wants it. The mistakes that I see Sal Stewart make are not at the plate.
1 down. And the batter will be Spencer Steer. Steer out on a fly to right his first time up. The pitch to him here is in for a strike. Breaking ball, and the count is 0-1. Bleday still at second with 1 out. Reds are down a run, batting in the 4th inning. King out of the stretch. Hasn't been out of the stretch much at all in this game. And the pitch to Steer is too far inside. A fastball sinking down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. King the pause. Here is his 1-1. Way off the outside corner with a slider, and Steers ahead of the count 2-1. And King having quite a bit of difficulty locating the strike zone right now.
Comes set. The 2-1. And this ball is blasted high, deep to left by Steer. Taylor back, looks up. It is gone. Right into the first row of the second deck and left. Spencer Steer snaps an 0 for 17 with a go-ahead 2-run home run in the fourth. Got a fastball about belt high on the inner half of the plate, and boy, he hit it like he was ready for it.
You know, kind of interesting, really, the way that Michael King was pitching Steer this time up. Last time he pitched him away, Steer kind of reached for a lazy fly ball to right. Every pitch he threw Steer this at-bat was inside. Sometimes you just outthink yourself.
You talk about attacking the baseball. Steer did that with that swing, didn't he? Fastball strike on the outside corner. 387 feet. That was a majestic blast. Lowe takes a strike on the inside corner, and he's down 0-2. So now King right back in the strike zone with the first two pitches against the left-handed hitting Nathaniel Lowe after giving up that 2-run home run by Spencer Steer, which has put the Reds on top 2-1. The 0-2. And Lowe skies it in the air. Short center. Shortstop Song is out. He was calling for it, but now the center fielder Merrill comes in, calls him off, and makes the catch. 2 gone in the fourth inning. The fourth inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. Now Eugenio Suarez. He swings and fouls it back. Strike one. Suarez lined softly to the shortstop. His first time up. King back into his windup and fires. And now he lines one over the head of the shortstop. A humpback line drive. And Suarez is on with a 2-out single in the fourth. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to the Reds Radio Network. Catcher Rodolfo Duran out to have a word here with Michael King and perhaps give him a little bit of a breather. Home run, fly out, single. Before they go to work now against Dane Myers with 1 on and 2 out. The Reds leading it 2-1 in the fourth. Nobody has more electrified hybrid choices than Toyota, including the all-hybrid RAV4, America's best-selling SUV. For all Toyota offers, see your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers or go to Toyota.com. Former Rhode Island Gatorade Player of the Year, Michael King, back to work now against Dane Myers. He fires. Myers shows bunt, pulls the bat back, watches a strike. Myers rolled one right up the third base line on a swinging bunt. And I mean, when I say right up the line, it was on the line. It was pretty much just hugging the line. And the catcher, Rodolfo Duran, popped out from behind the plate, bent down, picked it up with the bare hand, spun and threw blindly to first, right on the money to Gavin Sheets to get the speedy Myers, and got him by a long shot. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Slider missing away to even things up. Now the 1-1. Myers put a good swing on it, fouled it straight back into the net. He's behind a ball and 2 strikes.
You know, King gives those right-handers a little bit of a different look because he's a pitcher that is standing on the very first base side of the rubber, and then he steps almost directly towards the third base dugout. I mean, he is way across his body. Hides the ball well, but really has a hard time getting it on the corner outside.
Now inside with a fastball. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Dane Myers. King looks in, has the sign, readies. Suarez off first, and the 2-2 pitch. way outside and low with that breaking ball. Actually, a changeup there from Michael King. He's kind of looking a little uncomfortable out there on the mound right now. He has 2 strikes on the batter, Myers. He has 2 outs in the inning, but the count is full, so Suarez is going to be running. King to the plate. There goes Suarez, and it's on the ground. Diving stop at third. Machado to his feet. Throws. Got him. Boy, Manny Machado. Another spectacular play over at third. He had an incredible play in the game last night. He comes up with a job. Dane Myers with a base hit. The Reds get 2 on the 2-run homer from Spencer Steer. Middle of the 4th, 2-1 Reds on the Reds Radio Network.
At Cincinnati Children's, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown health system with a global impact. Every day, we care for every child who walks through our doors because every child deserves the care we give. But we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
There is a land where excitement meets opportunity every day, where happiness and wonder start to feel like home. A place that makes your heart race at every turn, where a good job and a brighter future are just within reach. Some call this a dream. We call it Kentucky. Your next trip could be your next chapter. So pack up and come see us. It's never been easier to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
With 60 nonstop destinations, CVG will get you from the dugout to your destination in no time. Make CVG your MVP for travel convenience. Visit CVGAirport.com for more information. CVG Airport, connecting you to home runs.
Absolutely spectacular play to end the inning, robbing Dane Myers of it. Second time that Myers has been robbed of a base hit. Here's Machado leading off the 5th. And a swing and a miss. I said 5th, it's the 4th. 1 ball, 1 strike on Machado. 2-1, Reds have the lead. Singer's 1-1, and Machado takes down and away. Looks like Manny Machado might be starting to come out of his funk a little bit. 2 for 5 last night. Doubled home the Padres' first run back in the first inning today. He's too good of a hitter to stay hitting the way he has been for much of the year. Swinging a lazy fly to right toward the line. Into foul territory. Noelvi Marte will make the catch. And that's the first out of the 4th inning.
But if you watch Manny Machado when he plays the game, he gives you the impression that he really maybe is a little bit listless, that he's not that engaged. You know, for instance, on that fly ball that went down the line, it did drift foul by about 10 feet, but he never really left the batter's box. So the old-fashioned hustle no longer there.
Gavin Sheets swings, fouls it back. Get ready. It'll end up off the facade of the deck just above us and go bouncing back down into the seats below, off a fella's hands. I thought maybe that was going to have a chance. That was the right trajectory.
For us?
Yeah, willing to make that play. Pitch is down low, and the count is 1-1.
Is that why you were getting ready to get under the table?
Save it.
I'm right there with you.
1 ball, 1 strike on Gavin Sheets. Check swing on a pitch down and in.
But then just when you think Manny Machado's not paying attention, he comes up with an incredible play.
It's incredible.
I mean, like the only third baseman in the world that can make that play.
It kind of makes the game look really, really easy sometimes. In the air, short left. Here comes J.J. Bleday. He'll make the catch because you're right. Like, he made that play on Dane Myers at third base, and he made it like it was no big deal. Like, just dove to his left on a smashed ground ball.
Right.
And then just spun to his feet casually and threw a seed and got a speedy runner with ease. It's not an easy play. It's a very challenging play. And he makes it look like it's no big deal. Just kind of all part of his cavalier attitude. Fly ball, short center field, off the bat of Wagner, diving for it, Myers, and he can't squeeze it. It's off of his glove. The ball stayed. He went continuing sliding across the grass, rolled over his arm. Hopefully he's going to be okay. But into second base is Wagner with a double.
Well, it was a slicing line drive off the left-handed hitter, and it was sinking hard. And, boy, Dane Myers can really get after it. He can run very well. He reached out and dove at it and actually had it in his glove, but when he rolled over his body, the ball came loose. He looked into his glove and said, "Where is it?"
I think he thought he had it.
Yeah.
I don't think he realized the ball came out. He had it right in the glove, but like you said, came out in the process of it. Here is Samad Taylor, and the pitch is low and inside for ball one. I actually think he kind of rolled over his arm to try to protect the catch. It was an incredibly athletic play by Myers. You want to see him finish that because it's a spectacular catch if he holds on. The pitch is in for a strike. Taylor showing bunt, pulls the bat back, and now it's 1-1. Taylor struck out his first time up, one of two Brady Singer strikeouts today. Runner at second, 2 away. Reds leading by a run in the fourth. Singer cuts it loose, and the pitch is called a ball. A little bit low, I guess. Two balls, one strike. The 2-1. Low and away with a slider. Now it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Singer the pause. Looks back at second. Throws. Swing and a miss. And a fastball sinking in on the hands of Samad Taylor.
Singer doing a good job today of moving the ball both in and out of the strike zone. You know, for a while there, it seemed like Singer was only pitching to half home plate. But now he's getting it inside as well as on the outside corner.
He had walked 7 over his last 2 starts. Hasn't walked a batter today. He's got a full count right now on Samad Taylor. Just his second career multi-hit effort yesterday. Now the pitch to Taylor. Strike 3 called. Got him looking on a fastball. Taylor caught watching. The inning is over the second time. Singer with 3 through 4. Reds lead it 2-1 as we head to the 5th at San Diego on the Reds Radio Network. Fifth inning. It'll be Noelvi Marte to lead things off for the Reds. 8, 9, and 1. Right-hander Michael King goes back to work, and his first pitch on the way to Marte is in for a strike. Marte, since being recalled, has hit safely in each of the 3 games that he started. 0-1, and the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. In fact, it's a 3-game hit streak for him. 3 for 11. Pair of stolen bases. He's scored twice. He's walked a couple of times, so he's getting on base. That's what the Reds want to see from Noelvi Marte. I think the walk's pretty notable for Marte, just showing that he's being a little bit more selective at the plate. King into his windup, and he's home with the 0-2 pitch to Marte, and that's down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reds are up 2-1 in the 5th. Final game of this 3-game series. Reds trying to avoid dropping their 4th straight series. Marte swings and rips it on the ground right back up the middle, and that's into center field. And a 4-game hit streak now for Noelvi Marte with that base hit. And the Reds for the 2nd straight inning have their leadoff man aboard against Michael King.
You know, if you can envision staying behind the baseball as a hitter, that's exactly what Noelvi Marte did right there. He didn't, float out there with his head and then lag the bat behind, didn't open up too soon. He just stayed right behind the baseball. That is a perfect swing.
And the first pitch is a strike to P.J. Higgins. 0-1 on Higgins. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. See if he can push one that way right now and get Marte up to second. Leading off first, King turns and throws over to first base, back safely. King's dad, Jim, former TV news anchor in Rhode Island, actually founded a company that created an ice cream brand in Rhode Island. The 0-1 pitch, and Higgins bunts it to the right side. King will bend down, pick it up off the mound toward first, and just flip it underhand to Sheets to get the out. So Higgins does the job. Sack bunt. Goes 1-3, and Marte's up to second base now for the top of the order. Gaga Gourmet ice cream. It actually was pretty highly rated, as I understand it, there in Rhode Island. So if you ever find yourself in Rhode Island, see if you can find Gaga Gourmet ice cream. Pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 on Matt McLean. Runner at second with 1 out. McLean 0 for 2. Popped out in foul ground on Machado his last time up after flying to left his first time up. Late on a fastball up and away from King, and now it's a no-ball, 2-strike count. Right-hander through the signs, ready to go. King sets and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Way too high. Ball and 2 strikes. McLean wanding the bat out over the plate. And it comes, swing and a miss. McLean out in front of a good changeup there from Michael King, and now 2 away in the 5th. And with McLean having been swinging a hot bat, 7 for his last 21 to begin the month of June, pretty good idea to bunt with P.J. Higgins. You feel pretty good about getting a runner in scoring position ahead of the way McLean's been swinging it, but now 0 for 3 today. Here's J.J. Bleday, and he takes off the outside corner. Base hit from Bleday here with 2 outs would drive home that run from second. Marte does run well. Right-hander King brings it home, and Bleday takes a strike on the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike on J.J. Bleday. Outfield straight away and fairly deep here against Bleday. The pitch to him, he swings and whacks one in the air, twisting toward the seats, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. There goes Marte. The pitch to Blade is swung on and fouled straight back. They had no intentions of even trying to get Marte on the move there.
Kind of given away, really, by the way Manny Machado was playing at third base. He's way off the bag and deep.
He couldn't even get to the bag if he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think he's the kind of guy that wants to race Noelvi Marte.
No. 1-2 pitch, up too high. There goes Marte again to third, and he'll walk into third base.
There are, however, about 8 different ways that you can score from third that you cannot score from second.
And if they're going to give you third, I'm all for going ahead and taking it.
Oh, yes, I am too.
2-2 pitch, just off the outside corner. Now the count runs full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, runner at third, 2 out. King comes set. Now here he is. High ball 4. So Blade works the walk, and now it's going to be Sal Stewart, last night's hero, with first and third and 2 away in the 5th. Second time that J.J. Blade has walked against Michael King. And now we'll have a trip to the mound. Looks like it's going to be Ruben Niebla.
Yeah, he pretty much wore out a path over there last night, back and forth so many times. In fact, we made a comment about how it's very rare to see pitching coaches talk to relievers. But he was out there chatting it up last night.
Niebla talking with Michael King here. Reds are threatening with 2 outs. Trying to cash in on Noelvi Marte's leadoff base hit here in this 5th inning. Reds are up 2-1. At the corners with 2 outs. And the rubber match of this 3-game get-together between the Reds and Padres. San Diego won't be in Cincinnati until the end of August and early September. Now King goes to work against Sal Stewart. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Stewart had the green light on 3-0 his last time up, grounded out to the shortstop. 0 for 2, couple of ground outs to the left side. King comes set. Now the 0-1 pitch. Instead, he'll pick to first and chase Blade back into the bag. Marte alertly dancing down the line at third base. That would be one of those ways you could get home from third with 2 outs. An errant throw at first. King, the pause, high set, he throws. Swing and a miss by Stewart, and he's down to the count 0-2. Kind of a wild swing there by Sal Stewart. Like he was stepping out and just flailing at that changeup that was right down the heart of the plate. Perhaps trying to do a little too much. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a foul tip. The catcher, Duran, holds on to strike 3. Stewart down on strikes. Reds strand up at the corners here in the 5th. And we go to the bottom of the... It's still the Reds 2, Padres 1 on the Reds Radio Network.
Here's a tale of Becky. Know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at ChampionSafeNow.com.
Bryce Johnson leads it off the Padres' bottom of the fifth inning. Brady Singer goes back to work. The right-hander's first pitch on the way is off the inside corner. The count is 1-0 on Bryce Johnson.
Calls the ball, the catcher challenger.
So let's find out. P.J. Higgins thought it was a strike. He's usually right about such things, as he is again.
Calls overturned, it is a strike.
I think maybe the Reds catchers are drinking out of a separate water fountain.
They've got, like, a virtual strike zone in their eyes or something. I don't know. Maybe they're wearing special contacts that just show the strike zone. I mean, they're spectacular. 0-2 now. Singer right back in there with the strike, and now the 0-2 pitch to Johnson. Swinging a foul.
I do like the groove that Brady Singer has found himself in here this afternoon, though. He's not wasting pitches. He's not, you know, the last few times we've seen him pitch, he would occasionally throw a few pitches through the backstop. That tells me that he's just really out of whack. But today, when he misses, just off the plate.
Fastball in off the plate here. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Bryce Johnson. Singer back into his windup with a 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, bounce down the first base line foul. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
I still do believe, watching Brady Singer pitch now for the better part in a year and a half, is that he would really be benefited by adding a pitch to his repertoire that would be a breaking ball speed but going away from left-handers.
Johnson takes strike 3, called right over the inside corner. So Johnson is down on strikes. That's 4 for Brady Singer, and 3 of the 4 have been looking. Kind of gives you an idea how much movement he's getting today.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he hides the ball so well, and it kind of jumps on the hitter.
That was a fastball. Sinker started in, came back to the inside corner, and Johnson had given up on it. Now he finds the inside edge with a first pitch fastball for strike 1 to Rodolfo Duran.
Yeah, I didn't think he pitched all that bad the last time out. That was against the Cardinals. He gave up only 1 earned run.
Ripped over the left side of the infield. That's going to bounce and go to the wall. Extra bases for Duran. He will coast into second base with only his 3rd hit of the big leagues this year. It's his 2nd extra base hit. His first one was a home run. So Duran down at second with 1 out, and the batter is Sungwoon Song. Sungwoon Song, left-handed hitter, check swing foul over by the Reds dugout for strike 1. Song, born in Seoul, South Korea, is 29 years old. Left-handed hitter waiting on Singer. Here it comes. And Song swings and fouls it back. Last year, in December, before the season, or after last season, inked a 4-year, $15 million pact with the Padres. Singer's got him down to the count here, 0-2. And Song lifts it in the air. Down the right field line, foul territory, and it'll end up in the seats. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Started the year on the injured list because of a strained oblique. Got his season started down in AAA El Paso back in April, and then made his major league debut against the Diamondbacks in late April. In fact, he debuted in the big leagues down in Mexico. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a slider down and out of the zone. That's 5 strikeouts for Brady Singer. The Padres and Diamondbacks actually played a series down in Mexico City in late April, and during that series is when Sung Moon Song made his big league debut. So from South Korea to the big leagues, where he debuted in Mexico. Now the pitch low and outside for ball 1 to Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to the second baseman. Singer gets the sign, readies. Now here he comes. And the pitch is a little bit low and outside. Runner at second. 2 outs, 2 balls, no strikes on Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis participating for the Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic. Swings and grounds one through the hole on the right side, a base hit. Around third, here comes Duran to score to tie the game at 2. And Tatis comes through. His first hit of the day is an RBI single to even it at a pair.
Well, even though Fernando Tatis is not driving the ball the way he used to, he still has got a really good swing, and he intentionally hits that ball to right field. That ball was kind of running in on him a little bit. He waited late, hit it right out of the catcher's glove, and drives a run in with 2 outs.
Nice job by Tatis to get the job done. Now a pick to first to check on him, and he's back in safely with a head-first dive. He will run. He has 15 stolen bases on the year, so you got to keep an eye on him. 2-2 tie in the 5th. Singer delivers. The pitch is off the inside corner. Game like this with San Diego, when it's close, it's challenging because they've got those horses in the back end of their bullpen now. Both of these teams used a ton of pitchers yesterday. The Padres have used their high-leverage back-end guys a lot here lately, so you kind of question whether or not they'd all be available today. The pitch is up and in. So you might be able to catch a break if this game stays close late. It's close right now, 2-2. And the 2-0 pitch coming to Jackson Merrill. He drives it deep right field, but got it off the end. Marte back a couple of paces, now comes back in to make the catch, and the side is retired. But the Padres cash in on the 1-out double by Rodolfo Duran, singling them home, tying this game at 2 as we head to the 6th inning in San Diego on the Reds Radio Network. Tied at 2, and Spencer Steer, who provided the Reds their first 2 runs, stands in and takes a first pitch strike. It's 0-1 on Steer. Now the 0-1. And Steer lifts this one high in the air. Out behind short. Song is out. He'll make the catch in very short center field. The shortstop puts it away for the first out of the 6th inning. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Nathaniel Lowe is up 1 for 2. First pitch to Lowe. Off the on the outside corner, apparently, for a strike. Backdoor breaking ball lands over the outer edge at the knees. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Up and away. Fastball. Evens the count this time at a 1-1 strike. We owe you an answer to our trivia question. The question was, who is the only pitcher in Reds history to have a 20-win season with the Reds and also pitched for the Padres during his career? A, Danny Jackson, your guess. B, Fred Norman, or C, Edinson Volquez. Swing, and that's fouled off the catcher. 1-2 strikes now on Nathaniel Lowe. Would you like to stay with A, Danny Jackson, or would you prefer to change your answer to B, Fred Norman?
I'm going to go with Danny Jackson.
You're sticking with him? You seem confident. Scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in that answer? 1-2?
About 50%.
Okay. You're right. See, you got to say it with a little more conviction.
Yeah. It's definitely Danny Jackson.
There you go. See, Danny Jackson was a 23-game winner and runner-up for the Cy Young Award, pitching for the Reds in 1988, which you talked about. You said if it weren't for Oral Hershiser, he would have won the Cy Young that year.
And even a lot of people thought, and I did too, that even with Oral Hershiser's, 56-game scoreless streak, he still deserved to get the Cy Young. Because Jackson had a tremendous year that year.
I just didn't remember him pitching for the Padres, but he pitched in 13 games for San Diego in 1997. Inside, ball 4, and Nathaniel Lowe will head down to first. So Lowe aboard with a 1-out walk. Now Eugenio Suarez. That 97 season was the last of his 15 major league seasons, and just 13 games in the big leagues that year for San Diego. Suarez takes a look at a first pitch fastball inside. Count is 1-0. But they want to take a look at it. So let's see. Is it a strike? Is it a ball? Survey says Steerike barely on the inside corner.
Overturned as a strike.
Oh, and 1 on Eugenio Suarez. 1 on, 1 out. King straightens and turns it loose. Suarez pounds into the ground to the left side. Machado to his left. Gloves. Had a little trouble getting it out of his glove, but still feeds Tatis at second, forcing out Nathaniel Lowe, but Suarez will reach, beating out the relay. And the Reds have a 2-out base runner at first, and Suarez 5-4. Lowe erased at second base. So 2 gone. And Dane Myers. Boy, Myers is hitting some tough luck today. It was the diving stop by Machado at third base that got him last time up. He hit a little weak dribbler right up the third base line that looked like a sure base hit his first time up. But a spectacular play by Duran. So he's been robbed twice. Now the pitch is inside. The way you prevent being robbed is you hit one about 10 rows deep. That would do the trick. Ain't nobody bringing that back. 1-0 on Dane Myers. Here it comes. Myers tries to bunt, but bunts it foul to the backstop. That is kind of the opposite of hitting one 10 rows deep.
Well, you were at one time an umpire. That sounds like something an umpire would say to a hitter that you just rung up on strike 3. If you don't like it, then hit it over the fence.
There was this curveball that was falling out of the sky and was being caught low. This team thought for sure that this pitch was. And now Myers swings and he lines one into short center field. That's down for a base hit. So Myers will reach up to second base. Suarez
Myers really does have a really good short swing. He's an excellent fastball hitter because of that.
He's done a really good job in a pinch hit roll. So anyways, there's this curveball. I swear this thing was dropping about 6 feet. This team thought for sure it was a ball. And it might have been. Probably should have been called a ball, but I was calling a strike. And at one point I was like, well, then move up in the box. You're going to get it before it breaks if you do that. They didn't want to do that. The pitch. Swung on, skied in the air off the bat of Noelvi Marte. Into short right field. Tatis going out, fighting the sun, backpedaling, and he'll make the catch. Is over. So the Reds come up empty in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2, Reds and Padres on the Reds Radio Network.
Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Hey, Reds fans! United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
R&L Carriers has opened new facilities and increased network efficiency for coast-to-coast shipments. Experience dependable LTL service with extended lanes and additional capacity for heavier freight. Our elite service shipping solutions are backed by a nationwide network of strategically located terminals. With each new service center, we increase capacity, reduce transit times, and decrease handling on valuable shipments. More nationwide capacity, same elite service. Get a rate quote at rlc.com.
Just in time for Father's Day, it's the biggest sale of the year at Mike's Car Wash, the official car wash of the Cincinnati Reds. Buy 4 washes, get 2 free on all wash books at mikescarwash.com or any of Mike's 41 locations. All locations open daily 7 to 9.
Manny Machado leads off the San Diego 6th inning. First pitch, Machado, a wave and a miss. Breaking ball, and a good one from Brady Singer. 0-1. Singer's at 81 pitches. He's in good shape right now as he works here in the 6th. Machado, a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Machado down 0-2.
I suspect he'll stay away from Machado completely in this at-bat.
Singer's 0-2. And it's a weak ground ball to third. Backhanded by Sal Stewart. Sets his feet. Strong throw in time. 1 gone here in the 6th inning. With Machado running, you usually have quite a bit of time to make that throw to first base if you glove it cleanly.
Yeah, I think Singer also learned from the mistake of trying to buzz the fastball inside of Machado. That was a hard hit ball. He hit down the line for a double. Ever since then, you just stay away from the breaking ball, and he's going to be pretty much eating out of your hand.
I don't think Machado swung at a strike in that at bat. Gavin Sheets, the batter now. And the first pitch to Sheets, a breaking ball that dives low, and the count's 1-0.
Brady tried to go 6 complete for the first time since he pitched against the Cubs at Wrigley Field.
1-0. Sheets watches a strike on the outside corner at the knees. I mean, this is the best that he has looked in a while.
That was 5 starts ago.
Singer's 1-1. On the ground, right back up the middle, but there's the shortstop, Matt McClain, right in his tracks. He gloves and throws in time. Sheets is out. 2 away in the 6th. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer all season long. Every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern donates to support cancer research, education, and care in the greater Cincinnati area. When it comes to fighting cancer, we're all in this together. 2 down, and Will Wagner. 2 for 2 today, single and a double for Wagner. Singer delivers, and the pitch to Wagner's off the outside corner. Wagner never really has been a big prospect. 18th round selection, swinging a foul back out of a fairly small school, Liberty, there in Virginia. 1 ball, 1 strike after fouling back the high fastball. Singer's 1-1 pitch. Right back to the top of the zone again with a fastball. And this time Wagner takes it for a strike, and it's 1-2. Wagner debuted in the big leagues a couple years ago, 2024. Pitch down too low. Kind of been back and forth between the majors and minor league since. Singer delivers, and the pitch in off the plate to Wagner. Now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wagner batting with the bases empty and 2 out. The right-hander's payoff pitch. And that's inside, ball 4. So Singer hadn't walked anybody yet today. And now he walks Will Wagner, who walks to reach for the 3rd time in this game. He's aboard, and now Samad Taylor, who has been a strikeout victim both times he's faced Singer this afternoon. Action begins now in the Reds bullpen. Zach Maxwell begins to loosen. The pitch is a strike call on the outside corner. 0-1 on Samad Taylor. Maxwell, who closed out last night's Reds 11-inning win. Right-hander, home with the 0-1 pitch. Taylor takes off the outside corner. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. You know Singer wants to get as deep into this game as he can. He can get Taylor here. He's at 94 pitches, so I doubt he'd come back out. Swinging, that's a little soft tapper right out in front of the plate. Picked up by Higgins with the bare hand. The spin throw in time to first, and the inning is over. That does it for the Padres in the 6th. A walk and a man left. We go back to Chris in the 7th with the Reds and Padres all even it 2 apiece on the Reds Radio Network.
Well, we go to the top of the 7th inning, and it'll be Noelvi Marte leading this thing off. And a little cut fastball across the plate. Sweeping breaking ball is a strike to Marte. Noelvi 1 for 2, had a solid base hit up the middle his last time up. And he hits this one on the ground to the third baseman. That's the wrong spot. Manny Machado fields and throws, and that'll be 1 down. Actually, that is P.J. Higgins leading off and grounding out to Machado. So 1 down on the ground ball to Machado. And now the lineup turns over. with Matt McLean. Michael King trying to duplicate what he did a couple of starts ago, which is give the Padres 7 strong innings. And a swing and a miss by McLean. It is a 2-2 ball game right now. Reds and Padres tied. Reds 2 runs on 5 hits. Padres 2 runs on 6 hits. McLean back in the leadoff spot, and he takes a swing and a miss and a slider. King, like Brady Singer, he wears one of those pitch comm devices on his belt, and he's calling his own pitches. And the 0-2 is outside in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Matt McLean. McLean moved up to the leadoff spot, and he is 0 for 3 on the day. And the pitch, Matt is swung on and fouled right back into the backstop. King is nearing the 100 pitch mark. The next one will be number 99. McLean awaits, swung on and fouled at the plate, got it right off his ankle. Another good crowd here at Petco Park here this afternoon on a beautiful Wednesday. They had 40,000 plus last night. That was a sellout. Their 29th sellout of the year. I don't think we're going to reach anywhere near that today, but it's still a really good crowd for a weekday afternoon. McLean shorting up on the bat a little bit, swing and a miss. King pulled the string on a sweeping curveball and had Matt McLean's way out in front. Second strikeout of the afternoon for McLean. And now J.J. Bleday. They pop up a couple of walks. He has come around to score a run. And he looks at a fastball off the plate, ball 1. King looks to me like he's the type of pitcher that can give you a very comfortable 0 for 4. Not overpowering, doesn't strike out a lot. Swung on, hit well by Bleday. Looking up, it's out of here. J.J. Bleday unloads on a breaking ball from Michael King, and that'll put the Reds up 3-2. That is one of those no-doubters that he got right on the sweet spot on the inner third of the plate. And the only question was second deck or not. So the Reds lead at 3-2 on that home run by Bleday. Now Sal Stewart. And the first pitch to Sal is down and away, ball 1. Boy, where would the Reds be this year offensively without J.J. Bleday? And a 1-0 to Stewart. Swung on, that's a ground ball foul. Probably worth remembering that Bleday did not make the team out of spring training. He was down in the minor leagues for a while before the Reds brought him up in April. Sal takes that one on the corner, a strike, and he wants it reviewed.
Calls a strike, batter's out.
And it is a ball.
Calls overturned as a ball.
So Stewart vindicated again on the bad call by the home plate umpire, although that was mixed by a whisper. Just a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike now to Stewart. Swung on, hit hard. Backhand, nope, not going to happen there by Song, his shortstop. And the ball goes into left field for a base hit. So now all of a sudden the Reds are making very solid contact with Michael King. And I think that Rodolfo Duran, the catcher, was told by Craig Stammen, go on out there and eat up a little time because we're going to bring in a brand new pitcher, and there is Stammen, the former pitcher, University of Dayton Flyer, coming out to make the pitching change. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when he comes in on our Reds Radio Network.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
At Cincinnati Children's, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown health system with a global impact. Every day, we care for every child who walks through our doors because every child deserves the care we give. But we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
Success is often determined by how well you plan and prepare for life's biggest moments. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you and your loved ones are protected for generations. You can rest assured knowing you've made the right choice, placing your trust in Western and Southern. From life insurance to retirement and investments, Western and Southern helps provide the peace of mind you need so you can be in the moment with the ones you love. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
The new pitcher for the Padres is a right-hander in and out of the bullpen, Ron Marinaccio. Marinaccio is a right-hander who's 30 years old. He's from Toms River, New Jersey. Now, if that sounds familiar to you, that's the stomping grounds of Todd Frazier. He did his college work at the University of Delaware, Marinaccio did. He is 30 years old, and this will be game number 23 for him. So 6 2/3 innings of 3-run baseball by the starter, Michael King, and now Ron Marinaccio will face Spencer Steer with a runner at first base. That's Sal Stewart. And now we're going to have a little discussion at home plate. Rodolfo Duran and the umpire talking a little bit back and forth, and not sure what that was all about, but ready to go now. Steer awaits. He's pretty much right on top of the plate, Spencer is. Small lead by Stewart at first base, and it's off the plate, ball one. And
calls the ball, attacks the calendar.
Duran, the catcher, wants a review. And it is a ball.
Calls confirmed. San Diego has one challenge remaining.
So the Padres lose the challenge there, and Spencer Steer sits in there with a 1-0 count. Marinaccio from the stretch, quickly to the plate, swung on the ground to Machado at third base, and he'll go to first, or go to second to get the easy way, and it'll be a fielder's choice for Spencer Steer. But in the inning, a long bomb of a home run by J.J. puts the Reds up 3-2. Padres coming to bat, bottom of 7 on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
Hey, Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. Graders in Kings Island have crafted something indulgent, delicious, and spooky. The Phantom Theater has returned, and with it, a new limited-time Graders flavor, Ghost Notes. It's a grape marshmallow ice cream loaded with marshmallow cookie dough. Now in scoop shops on International Street in Kings Island and at Graders.com. Get it while it lasts. Graders. Taste the greatest.
Whoa, Liberty Mutual customized this song for you. Whoa, like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. They
Cincinnati, it's time to get out. Pogo Pass is now Get Out Ohio, your all-access pass to sporting events, museums, theme parks, and so much more. Over 50 attractions, one low price, huge savings. Use code REDS26 at GetOut.com for the lowest price.
Well, a Wilbur's Mustard pitching change will bring in Big Sugar out of the bullpen for the Reds, and he picked up his first Major League save last night. Game number 7 overall for Zach Maxwell, the big 6'6", 280-pounder. Hard-throwing right-hander, bottom third of the order in the bottom of the 7th. And Bryce Johnson takes the first pitch fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Maxwell, big dude, pitching from the third base side of the rubber out of the stretch, and that ball somehow misses, and P.J. Higgins wants a review. And Higgins wasted no time at all. That pitch was right there. And it is. So it's now no balls and 2 strikes for Maxwell and Bryce Johnson. Johnson batting left-handed. Maxwell coming in on the 0-2. That's a little bit low.
Not a bad pitch there on that 0-2, though, and you could see Higgins pointing back out to Maxwell as if to say, great pitch. It was.
I'm just watching Maxwell here over the last few appearances. He looks more relaxed. His delivery looks more repeatable. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sometimes a big guy like that, you just have to back off a little bit, and your command will automatically get a lot better. Swung on and fouled straight back. Had a fastball that time, 98 miles an hour.
Goes back to something we kind of talked about yesterday, too. Sometimes you can back off a little bit, and not only does your command get better, sometimes the velocity ticks up.
And the movement, certainly. Pitch is right there. That's strike 3. No question about that. Bryce Johnson took a good look as it crossed across the letters, and there's 1 down in the 7th. And let's pause for station ID up and down the Reds Radio Network. Rodolfo Duran, the catcher, takes the first pitch just off the plate for ball 1. Duran, a right-handed hitter, he's way up in the batter's box. And he takes it outside, 2-0. Now, if you're Zach Maxwell, these are the guys that you want to get. You're at the bottom of the order. Not really a lot of pop to worry about. And there's a strike. You just come right after him. Also, it's got to be nice to know for Zach Maxwell that Terry Francona's got enough confidence in him to bring him in a game in which you're winning by 1 run. Swinging a foul straight back and out of play. That will bounce out of the second set of bleachers here behind the Padre dugout and bounce right in there, and nice catch made. Sitting in the sun, having a nice cold one and catching a foul ball. Good day. Backhanded play to Sal Stewart at third base in the dirt. Picked nicely by Nathaniel Lowe, and 2 down in the inning.
Great pick by Lowe over at first base. Kind of gave him a little bit of a short hop there, but Lowe was able to scoop it.
So Maxwell now 1 batter away from an easy 1-2-3 7th inning. Sung Mun Song, the left-handed hitting shortstop, comes up, and that's a fastball strike. Boy, he just looks nice and easy here this afternoon. Song awaits. The pitch is swing and a miss. Tried to pull a breaking ball right there and came up empty. Maxwell fastball, curveball, slash slider, whatever you want to call it. Also throws a off-speed changeup. Not all that often, but he's got one. Here's a fastball on the outer part of the plate, fouled off left side. Song is clearly behind the heater right now. That last one, a 98. And swung on again, fouled off left side. You know, the other additive thing that you like about Maxwell's fastball is that because he is so tall, at 6 feet 6 inches tall, he's close to home plate when he releases it. Gives the hitter just a little bit less time to react. And the 0-2 in the dirt. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Reds clinging to a 3-2 lead. And that one's a breaking ball way inside. That's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, in this ballpark, when it is a hard place to hit a ball out of here, especially opposite field, how about just pumping in some high fastballs on the outer part of the plate? There it is, and it's a line drive right at Nathaniel Lowe. It's going to be late getting there is Maxwell, and it's going to be a base hit for Sung Mun Song.
Well, it looked like it was going to be caught. It was right in the glove of Nathaniel Lowe, and Lowe recovered, looked up, and Maxwell wasn't close to the bag.
Well, I can empathize a little bit with Maxwell on that because when you see the ball go in the glove of the first baseman, you're on your way to cover, and then you're stopped because you think he's got it. And then when you see it bleed out of his glove, by that time it's too late. So now Fernando Tatis comes up empty on a first pitch cutter. Tatis now, even though he's got only 1 home run, he is a guy to be aware that he's got some power. Song, good lead at first, did not go, and a pitch is a breaking ball down and away. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Fernando Tatis.
But with that power, it took him a long time until he finally hit his first home run. He didn't have a single home run through his first 55 games of the year. He still is sitting on only 1.
Pitch by Maxwell is a chopper foul.
He only has 11 extra base hits on the whole season, Tatis.
It's almost like he has changed his batting style.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you change that much from year to year unless your approach is different? He is choking up a little bit. And the pitch is down low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
As I understand it, hitting a lot more ground balls.
Number 46, Caleb Ferguson. Ferguson, number 46.
Check swing, a throw to second base on a runner is safe. Song got a good jump that time off of Zach Maxwell. They're going to check the first base umpire to see if Tatis may have gone after that pitch. He did not. So the Padres get a runner in the scoring position now with 2 outs and a 3-2 count.
Kind of interesting with Higgins there. He just tried to get rid of it as quick as he could and threw it kind of sidearm, slung it down there.
Now a timeout by Tatis. The Reds have some activity in their bullpen. Looks like Brock Burke.
I think it's Ferguson.
Or is that Ferguson?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run, a second, swung on, popped up. Right field, it should be playable by Marte. To the warning track, shading from the sun, and he puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning. A nice job by Zach. Put the Padres down in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Back to Tommy with the play-by-play. Reds 3, Padres 2 on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds are up a run, trying to add to it. It is a 3-2 Reds advantage. Ron Marinaccio back to work for San Diego here in this 8th inning. And now the catcher, Rodolfo Duran, seems to be having an issue with his PitchCom controller. So he'll get a fresh one. I don't know that he had one at all, but that will be a pitch clock violation assessed to the Padres. So it's going to be a 1-0 count to begin this at bat for Nathaniel Lowe. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. Right-hander gets the sign, sets ready, and here it comes to Lowe. Right in there for a called strike, and the count's even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lowe's been on twice, a single and a walk for Nathaniel Lowe so far. The 1-1. And Lowe swings, hits one in the air toward the line and left. It's falling in a hurry is Taylor, and he'll make a sliding catch. Feet first sliding catch for Samad Taylor, racing in toward the line. He didn't get a great jump on that ball. In fact, he kind of started fading back on it and then had to reverse course. 1 out, and now Eugenio Suarez. Suarez is 1 for 3. He singled in the 4th inning. Suarez takes too far off the outside corner. Three-2 Reds in the 8th. One-oh pitch, and Suarez swings, skies one high, deep to left. Taylor back on the track, at the wall, outer room, and it is gone. Eugenio Suarez launches his 5th home run of the year. It's the 3rd Reds home run today, and it's 4-2 Cincinnati. Boy, that's a big home run for the Reds designated hitter.
Yeah, I think for the Reds and the Reds designated hitter, it's a big home run. And also for Terry Francona, because he was persistent about getting Suarez in the lineup night after night, even though Suarez was not swinging the bat, knowing that eventually he would come around and start hitting the ball a little bit. He has today and yesterday.
First ball swinging. Dane Myers pops it foul off to the right side. That's out of play. The count is 0-1 on Dane Myers.
You know, you change the lineup entirely to the opposing pitcher when you've got a little pop there.
Mm-hmm. You got that right. Marinaccio to the plate. Myers takes in off the plate. Change up too tight. If you're listening today on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, and Myers takes in off the plate. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Myers 1 for 3 today. Finally found a hole. Laced one into center field his last time up. After being robbed of a couple of base hits his first 2 times. 2-1. He flails wildly at a cutter off the outside corner. Came up empty, and now the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dane Myers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caleb Ferguson will be on for the 8th inning for the Reds. Myers takes off the outside corner. Count fills up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander to the plate. And a swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball away, and Myers strikes out. 2 gone in the 8th inning. And it brings up Noelvi Marte. Marte with the bases empty and 2 outs. 1 for 3 today. He's hit safely now in 4 straight games. First pitch to him here. In there for a strike. First pitch breaking ball drops in. 0-1 on Marte. 2-run advantage for the Reds in the 8th. Marinaccio fires. And Marte checked his swing on a pitch up and away. They quickly ask at first. Mike Estabrook says, nah, he didn't go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marte gave it a long look, though. 1-1. Marinaccio works from the third base side of the slab and fires. Ground ball off the front of the Reds' third base dugout. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Noelvi Marte. Marte eases back into the box. Waiting on the right-hander, and Marinaccio straightens and delivers. Too far outside with a 1-2 fastball. Pretty good pitch. Just didn't get the swing from Marte. Boy, Marte just not chasing nearly like he was when he was up here earlier. Swinging at everything. The 2-2. Down and away with that changeup. And the count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Certain hitters are always going to have some degree of chase. But if you are swinging at every pitch that's down and away, you become really easy to pitch to. And Marte hits a bullet past Machado on a hop at third. That's hit so sharply it's all the way into the corner. Sliding to cut it off Taylor, but not before Marte goes checking in at second base with a 2-out double. He blistered that right on by Machado.
I thought he had a very good swing in his previous time up when he hit a nice line drive, or back into the 5th inning, that is, when he hit a nice line drive back up the middle. I mean, I call it staying behind the baseball and not drifting out with your chin out over the plate. And he looks like a pretty good hitter right now.
Yeah, he does. So 2-hit game today for Marte. Now Will Benson's off the bench to hit for P.J. Higgins. And make no mistake about it, I got to believe Benson's up there because he's got a chance to go deep. Matt McLean waiting the on-deck circle. Catcher Duran out to talk with Marinaccio. Benson usually will give you a selective at-bat. So the visit to the mound is over. Benson batting with a runner at second base and 2 outs. A base hit would get the job done and score Marte. That's a big insurance run standing out there at second base right now with 2 outs in the 8th. Marinaccio to the plate to Benson. Up and away for ball 1, a changeup. Missing high and wide. 1 ball, no strikes on Benson. Marinaccio pauses at the belt, looks back at second, brings it home. The pitch to Benson's high and outside. Another changeup, same spot, 2-0. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle, digital coupons in the app, and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. Marinaccio straightens. Belt high set, now he throws, and Benson watches a fastball down the middle. 2-1. That fastball from Marinaccio has a little bit of run to it. Now the 2-1. Benson a swing and a foul tip on the cutter.
And the cutter actually has a little bit of sink to it, something that you don't normally see.
Former Red left-hander Wandy Peralta starting to get loose in the Padre pin. Runner at second with 2 outs. Marinaccio comes set, and here is the right-hander's 2-2 to the left-handed hitting Will Benson. Swing and a drive toward the right center field gap. On the run, the center fielder Merrill, and he'll run it down in the alley. Fine running catch by Jackson Merrill ends the Reds' threat in the 8th, but another home run by the Reds. This one from Eugenio Suarez has stretched the Reds' lead to 2. 4-2 Redlegs as we have the bottom of the 8th inning in San Diego on the Reds Radio Network. Tommy Throwoff, voice of the Reds here. If your current defense can't handle a lineup of pests, it's time to make a call to the bullpen. Rose Pest Solutions can mow down pests of all kinds year-round with the Rose Home Service Program. Depending on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, all of which come with a dedicated technician. The Rose Home Service Program is the ideal way to stay ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problem? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepest.com.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hi, it's Dan Horde. Cincinnati weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy fiber cement siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Promo West Productions and Michelob Ultra present Spoon in the Beths, June 30th at Megacorp Pavilion. Tickets on sale now at access.com. For more information, visit promowestlive.com. Don't miss Spoon in the Beths, June 30th at Megacorp Pavilion.
Our Wober's Mustard pitching change. We'll see Caleb Ferguson, the left-hander, coming into this ball game. Game number 7 for Ferguson. This is why the Reds signed his lefty part of the lineup for the Padres. Wober's Mustard, put some mustard on it.
First pitch is off the outside corner. The count is 1-0 on Jackson Merrill. Merrill's 1 for 3 today. He singled and scored in the first inning, flew out to left field in the third, and then flew to right in the fifth. Ferguson brings it home, and the pitch is cut on and missed by Merrill. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jackson Merrill. Reds lead the Padres 4-2. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning in San Diego, and here it comes. Swing and a miss by Merrill on a fastball well thrown by Ferguson. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ferguson has some deception in that fastball of his. It comes in at 92. But he gets a good long stride, and he gets good extension towards home and just kind of flips his wrist at the very end of the delivery.
Now Ferguson's 1-2. Low and outside, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Number 58, 1-8 Peralta. Peralta, number 58, now warming up in the Padres ball.
Ferguson misses down and away with a fastball. Looked like he maybe tried to overthrow that a little bit. Count is full 3-2 on Merrill. High set, payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive, left field, and that's going to go down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Blade. He will fire it back into second base, but not before Merrill goes diving in head first with a leadoff double. So the Padres trying to fight back here in the 8th inning, have their leadoff man on base.
That is a very good swing by Jackson Merrill. It reminds you of the reason why he came in second in Rookie of the Year just a couple of years ago. I mean, he stayed with that pitch, but he saw a number of pitches off of Ferguson, and Ferguson ran the pitch count all the way full, and the hitter learned something along the way.
Now he's got to deal with a right-handed hitter. Off the inside corner, that hitter is Manny Machado. Off the inside edge, 1-0 on Machado. Machado 1 for 3 with an RBI double back in the first inning. Ferguson, a high set up near his chin. After a look at second, he throws and Machado fouls it away into the upper deck right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Machado already with more hits against the Reds this year than he had against the Reds last year. He was hitless in the first game of the series. 2 hits last night, a hit today. He was just 2 for 24. That's an 083 mark against Cincinnati a year ago. Machado fouls it back again into the upper deck. A ball and 2 strikes on Machado. Tony Santillan starts throwing now in the Reds bullpen. Ferguson delivers. And Machado swings, sends it in the air. Center field deep, going back is Myers, and on the track he'll make the catch. But tagging at second base, Merrill, he'll move up 90 feet to third on the long fly out to center field by Manny Machado. Well, he gave that a good long ride out there. But Dane Myers able to track it down. Gavin Sheets will climb in 0 for 3. Another left-hander. He's got Sheets and then the left-handed hitting Wagner to follow. First pitch in off the plate for ball 1. Craig Stammen with a bench full of right-handed batters, though, that he could go to if he so chooses. Ferguson to the plate. Fastball strike at the knees. And it's 1-1 on Sheets. Join the Reds Sunday, June 14th for a Veterans and Military Appreciation Day presented by Hamilton County Veterans. Special ticket offers for military members are available at reds.com/military. The 1-1 pitch. Down and away with a cutter to the left-handed hitting Gavin Sheets. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now 2 guys getting loose, both Chase Petty and Tony Santillan. The 2-1, way outside, 3-1. Sheets is 0 for 3 today. He is 2 for his last 35. And Ferguson deals the 3-1 pitch. And Sheets rips it into right. That's going to get down and go to the wall. It will score Merrill from third. Sheets is on his way into second base, and he's got himself an RBI double.
Well, based on historical numbers, you'd think that was a pretty good matchup with Ferguson, the lefty, facing the left-handed hitting Sheets, but he kind of left the ball right out there, and Sheets, who has come alive in this series, come back to hurt the Reds.
He's had some big hits in this series. Another big hit right there. Now Miguel Andujar is coming to the plate. So Andujar up. The runner at second base. 1 out. And Terry Francona's out of the Reds dugout, and that'll be it for Caleb Ferguson. So with Andujar off the bench to hit for Wagner, new pitcher coming on for the Reds. Ferguson will exit. Reds lead back to 1, 4-3 Cincinnati. Bottom of the 8th inning. I'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Reds Radio Network.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Tommy Thrall, voice of the Reds here. I was at the old ball yard the other day and got to thinking that the catcher is a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program gives you peace of mind and keeps your home pest-free year-round. The program has 3 options: Basic, Advantage, and Premium. Each addresses different needs and budgets and comes with a dedicated technician. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
And in from the bullpen, Tony pitches for the 4th time on this 6-game road trip. And boy, they need him right now. Now, tie ball game. He's got a tough right-handed hitter, and Miguel Andujar coming to the plate. Came in and pitched very well last night, did Santiago. And, Tommy, we noticed a little uptick in his velocity.
Yeah.
Wover's mustard. Put some mustard on it.
See if he's got that again today. Runner at second base is Jace Bowen running for Gavin Sheets after the RBI double. Miguel Andujar at the plate. Right-hander against right-hander. First pitch to Andujar is a little bit high and outside, and it's 1-0. Both left-handers doubled off of the left-hander Ferguson. The only out Ferguson got was of the right-handed hitting Machado in a long fly ball to center. Santillan deals the 1-0 pitch to Andujar. And the breaking ball stays off the inside corner. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. Signal given. 2-0 pitch. Down and away. Breaking ball, and it's 3-0 now. Samad Taylor waiting next, and then the switch hitting Bryce Johnson if it gets that far. The 3-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, rolled to third. Sal Stewart looks the runner back to second, flips it to first in plenty of time to get Andujar, and that is a huge second out. Andujar swinging and rolling over a 3-0 pitch. 2 down here in the 8th. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Now Samad Taylor, runner at second, 2 away, the pitch, and a line drive, base hit up the middle into center field. Here comes Myers up throwing. The throw to the plate is cut off by Steer, and the game is tied. Samad Taylor was 0 for 3 in this game. But he's now hit safely in 4 straight by lacing a game-tying RBI single right up the middle and into center field. Back to even now at 4. And Santillan won't face the switch hitter Bryce Johnson. Instead, he will get Ty France. So Tyler Stevenson, who came in the game to take over after Benson pinch hit for Higgins, out to the mound to talk strategy here with Santillan and scouting report against Ty France.
Well, that scouting report ought to include that he likes the ball out over the center of the plate, likes to get his arms extended. He gets right up on the dish with a little bit of an open stance.
Santillan delivers on the outside corner. First pitch breaking ball, strike 1.
Pretty good looking pitch right there on a little slider, right on the edge.
4-4 our score in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Padres have plated 2. Santillan to check it first. Now he'll throw that way and back safely. Spencer Steer has taken over at first base. Edwin Arroyo has entered the game at second. Nathaniel Lowe out of the game. The big right-hander ready, belt high. The 0-1. France takes a strike on the outside corner. Same pitch as the first. He's wanted nothing to do with either of them. And it's quickly 0-2 on the right-handed hitting Ty France. 2 runs home for the Padres in the 8th. Now the 0-2. Runner started, then stopped, and France swings and fouls it straight back. We'll try it again. The Reds will have the top of the order up in the 9th inning. McLean, Blade, and Stewart. The 0-2. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Down on strikes. Ty France. But the Padres plate 2 to tie 8. So we go to the 9th. 4-4. Reds and Padres. The third base line. Foul over by the Reds dugout. Steer likes playing here at Petco Park, especially in the afternoon. He's played in 3 day games here in San Diego, and he's gone deep in all of them. 0-2 pitch. Swinging, there's a high chopper to the shortstop, handled by Song. Underhands to Tatis, covering at second, forcing out Stewart, ending the Reds. Reds go quietly. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Reds and Padres even at 4 on the Reds Radio Network.
Baseball is better with a group. Reds fans, you can save big when you bring your group of 15 or more to a game. Grab your friends and family and check a Reds game off your summer bucket list. Looking to entertain your clients or employees? Treat them to a major league experience at the ballpark. Part of a nonprofit? Fundraise for your cause with group ticket sales. For more information on how to bring your group to a Reds game, visit reds.com/groups.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Hey, Reds fans, United Dairy Farmers. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Reds fans, don't miss the bus for the Reds versus Nationals, August 7th to 10th, as part of a 4-day adventure with Croswell Tours. Explore Washington, D.C. and all its history. Visit GoCroswell.com for details.
Wolver's mustard pitching change as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, all tied up here at Petco Park. It'll be the young 23-year-old right-hander just called up today from Louisville. Chase Petty comes in the ball game. This will be his 3rd stint with Cincinnati. He did pitch him 10 ball games, all-stars down in Louisville. Wolver's mustard, put some mustard on it.
Well, we'll see how he handles this roll out of the bullpen. Petty into his windup and brings it home. First pitch on the way, and it's a fastball just off the outside edge, and the count is 1-0 on Rodolfo Duran. Duran had a big double, 1-out double in the 5th inning. He came around to score. At the time, it tied the game at 2. Petty's 1-0. Duran, big swing and a miss at a pitch down and in. Fastball with a lot of movement, diving below the zone and in on the knuckles of the right-handed hitting catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. The right-hander winds. Here he comes with a 1-1. And Duran fouls it back out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. Petty winds and deals the 1-2. Swing, and he barely got a piece of that, spoiling the slider foul at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sungwoon Song is next. And then Fernando Tatis Jr. First 2 batters, big for Petty in a 4-4 tie in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch. Spun a breaking ball up there, but it stayed up and in, and Duran twists out of the way of ball 2. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Petty with a break even. And it's fouled back by Duran. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, Duran not exactly cutting down his swing with 2 strikes.
Not even a little bit.
This guy is going for the downs.
Kind of indicated there that he might have been a little tardy on that fastball with that swing. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a bouncing ball to third. Stewart gets a nice big chest-high hop. Set, strong throw, right on the money to steer. And there's 1 down. So a big first out. Duran retired, 1 away in the 9th. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. With 1 out, here is Sungmoon Song. 1 for 3 today, and the first pitch to him is a fastball that dives low and away. Left-handed hitter in Song. The 1-0 pitch. High and outside. Now it's 2-0. Changeup. So he missed with the fastball in the first. Came back with a changeup and left that one up and away. 2 balls, no strikes on the left-handed hitting shortstop. Came in hitting 194. Swing and a miss. Wildly late on a fastball there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Song is 8 for 39 his time up here in the big leagues with the Padres. Light hitting, left-handed hitting shortstop, the pitch, and it's up and away. 3-1. Tatis is next. You want to go after Song here. Petty home with a 3-1 and a check swing, foul tip, and Stevenson holds on to strike 2. Alfonso Marquez saying that he just did tip that ball. Even if he didn't, I still think that he might have offered at it. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't think it would have been called a strike.
No. And Petty home with the payoff. Swinging a ground ball rolled over right to Arroyo. He has it, flips it to first in time, 2 down, and that's why you want to go after that guy.
Nice job by Petty. Got a little extra break by Song going out of the strike zone to chase ball 4, but he came right back and threw a strike to get him out.
Now Fernando Tatis Jr. Right now the only one standing between the Reds and extra innings. Petty's first pitch to Tatis off the inside corner. One 1-0 the count. Petty with the 1-0. This is in the dirt inside, a fastball, and he's behind Tatis. 2 balls and no strikes. And you fall behind hitters like Fernando Tatis Jr., and you are playing with fire. Even though he still has just the 1 home run of the year, that doesn't mean he's not still a threat in the box. Big, tall, right-handed hitter. The pitch. And it's a strike, a slider on the outside corner, 2-1. Petty stares in. Now here he comes, the 2-1. And it is rocketed to left field and deep, and it is gone. Into the first row of seats and left. A walk-off home run for Fernando Tatis Jr., lifting the Padres over the Reds 5-4. They're waiting for him at home plate, and he gets mobbed in a blue Gatorade bath. Thought for a moment a fan might have reached over the wall to snag it. Terry Francona even put his hand up for a moment to say, hold on. And then said, never mind.
Well, a hanging slider that just kind of spun right up there, and Tatis, who's only had one home run on the year, hits a bullet just high enough to clear the wall in left field.
It was a laser. Never really got above the left field ribbon board. That's how low that line drive was. But he got it just over the pads and right into the first row of seats. The walk-off home run for the Padres sends the Reds home with their 10th loss in their last 13 games. The Reds have now dropped 4 straight series. Again, the final score, 5-4, San Diego.